Max Steel was easily given one of the greatest reboots ever made, and I was beyond shocked when I learned that this was apparently a controversial opinion within the Max Steel fandom. What's left of it anyway?
See how the sun sinks to the horizon any moment now. What a sick joke!
After spending the last few days trying my best to understand why there were so many fans just straight up hating on the Max Steel reboot, I slowly began to piece this bizarre situation together. The fandom is literally split down the middle, with the millennials who grew up with the original show labeling the reboot as simply being mindless trash, and then there's the Gen Z fans like myself who grew up with the reboot and didn't even know that the original Max Steel show existed.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I mean, there are fans of the OG series that blame the reboot for the atrocity that was the live-action Max Steel movie in 2016, going as far as claiming that if a movie was based on the source material instead of a reboot, then it wouldn't have been nearly as bad.
Yeah, I figured that out. Now what do we do?
Stealth mode.
We have stealth mode?
This is the worst!
No, the low-budget and poorly written Max Steel movie wasn't bad because it was based on the reboot. It was bad because it was a low-budget and poorly written Max Steel movie. If I'm being honest, Max Steel is kind of a weird franchise in general. They started out by making toys to sell a show and then proceeded to make a show to sell toys. Despite this franchise's admittedly strange existence, it genuinely still blows my mind that the Max Steel reboot was received by millennials about as well as everyone else received Teen Titans Go. It just doesn't seem comparable to me, but at the same time, I haven't actually watched an episode of a Max Steel reboot in over a decade, even though I remember enjoying every second of the series. I'm assuming that most of you are in the same boat as me, or you've never heard of Max Steel in your life, in which case, what are you doing here? So yeah, we're checking out the Max Steel reboot's 3-part special premiere to figure out if the series actually was as good as we remember it.
Light up the action with the Turbo Battlers Arena and Battlers figures, each sold separately.
The series opens with 3 eccentric agents who are traveling outside of the Earth's atmosphere in order for them to retrieve a powerful alien artifact called an Ultralink.
Right, nice and easy, people.
On behalf of a top secret organization called Entech.
Any sign of the Ultralink yet?
No visual yet, Commander.
Ultralinks are basically robotic symbiotes, except when one attaches to you, they'll be stuck to you until the day you die. Just putting it out there that I really like these 3 goofballs. Not only were they given incredibly distinct personalities, but each of them fulfill very specific roles and hold their own on the team pretty well. We have Jefferson, the wisecracking team pilot.
And that's why they call me Captain Kaboom.
Catherine, the resident medic and badass Max woman.
No visual yet, Commander.
And my favorite among the 3, Roberto, arguably the most skilled scientist working at Entech.
Ultralink coming up on scopes now. Time to target, T-30.
Also, he enjoys torturing people, but we'll get to that. The team, being led by Commander Forge Ferris on the ground, fights off a fleet of mysterious unidentified spaceships before barely making their way back to Entech HQ with the Ultralink.
Wonder why this one's not locked up.
Well, that one hasn't been functional for years. A relic from the past.
After the opening theme that spoils the entire first arc of the show plays in its entirety, you guys seriously couldn't hold off on showing us the opening theme for 3 episodes? We're introduced to the legend himself, Maxwell McGrath, who's in the process of moving to Copper Canyon along with his mother, Molly McGrath.
I guess they don't make them like they used to, huh?
Copper Canyon is revealed to be home to the most openly evil businessman of all time, Jason Knott, a man who's been desperately working on forcing his new tech on the citizens of Copper Canyon and the world.
THI, let us become part of you.
After a group of Jason's business associates leave the room, we learn that the evil businessman has actually been working for an evil mutant man called Miles Dredd, the same evil mutant man who sent those spaceships at the beginning of the series to retrieve the new Ultralink that was above the Earth's atmosphere.
Our forces were driven off by Entech.
Basically, Miles Dredd has a deadly illness that can only be suppressed with a powerful energy source called Turbo Energy, an energy source that can only be siphoned from the Ultralinks. Well, not only for long. Max ridiculously gets bullied the moment that he walks into Copper Canyon High School.
nice trip. See you next fall.
Who are you people?
Max literally meets his bully Butch, his love interest Sydney, and his new best friend Kirby all within the span of 30 seconds.
What?
I mean, if nothing else, you have to respect the efficiency of the writers. Kirby is bullied by Butch after school until he gets heroically saved by his future best friend.
Come on, guys. This is the 21st century. Don't you do your bullying online these days?
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
During an admittedly epic chase scene through the streets of Copper Canyon, Max realizes that he accidentally grabbed Sydney's phone instead of his own earlier that morning, leading to the pair making plans to meet up and make the switch in the near future. After getting cornered by his bullies inside of an abandoned building, Max scares them off after discovering that his body was able to generate a rare and dangerous type of energy. An energy that we'd later learn was none other than turbo energy.
What is happening to me?
But wait! There's more! Sir, we just recorded a massive surge of turbo energy.
There is no turbo energy on this planet. Except for the boss, and he's almost toast.
Max wakes up inside of Entech HQ, leading to him being formally introduced to Jefferson, Catherine, and Roberto, along with their accomplished leader, Commander Forge Ferris, who is revealed to be Max's uncle.
Uncle Ferris, what's happening to me?
While Max begins learning about the true nature of turbo energy with Forge, things start to get real when Miles Dredd decides to hire an alien assassin called Elementor to track down Max's turbo energy signature.
I'm listening.
So real quick, the Elementors are Ultralings who found a way to fuse with an element of nature. The version of Elementor that Miles hires first, of course, decided to fuse with the element of fire.
So, I'm your prisoner?
Right now, this is the only way to keep you and anyone who comes near you safe.
Not a great plan.
During a failed attempt to teach Max how to properly control his new powers, Steel, the Ultraling that was previously fused with Max's father, suddenly reactivates and rushes to his side.
But wait! There's more!
This is crazy.
Crazy? You ain't seen nothing yet.
The way that Steel fuses with Max is just so cool, and the suit is beyond iconic. I forgot how hyped this show was. Holy sh!
We don't do that here.
After fighting through a wave of generic Entech agents along with Forge himself and making their escape, Max still comes face to face with their new reality.
Ow! You hit me? You hit me with my own hand. Ow!
Then Max says the thing.
Go! Turbo?
He said it! He said it!
As a result of the duo continuing to expend large amounts of turbo energy, Elementor would finally catch up to them, leading to Max Steel's first real challenge as a superhero.
I never thought I'd hear myself ask this question, but is that a fire monster coming at us?
After getting beaten out of turbo mode strength anyway and accidentally getting flinged halfway across the canyon by Elementor, the duo gets saved before falling to their untimely deaths by the commander. Forge decides to give Max and Steel 3 viable pieces of advice. He starts by letting them know that they weren't ever his prisoners to begin with, before moving forward with advising them that it'd be a good idea for Steel to hide Max's turbo energy signature.
Initiating turbo dampening protocols. Signature suppressed.
Forge then leaves the duo with a pretty serious warning.
No one is to mention any of this to your mom. She'll kill us if she finds out.
Later that night, we see this mysterious secret agent blitz her way through a couple of Jason Knott's guards in hopes of gathering valuable intel on the company. She'd soon be revealed to be Molly McGrath, Max's mother, who was still working for Entech as a spy.
Well, good night.
After a cross-dressing joke, followed by a pervert joke.
My mistake. This was an outfit from your mother's closet.
Whoa. What were you doing in my mother's...
We'd get to see Max Steel's stealth turbo mode in all its glory. What the... Why does this commercial look better than the actual live-action Max Steel movie that we got? Dude, this is so sick.
Coming in hot! About time, dude!
But wait! There's more!
Max, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, me too.
Shall we? Let's go turbo!
Anyway, after making their way to school, still working his magic for Max manages to fix Sydney's phone while also unlocking a couple of new features for her.
Here it is, and totally not broken.
Oh, Max, that's amazing.
Or is it?
See you soon, Maxwell McGrath.
Where is she? She didn't even give Max his phone back.
Playlist?
She's nice. For a human. I can see why you like her.
Zip it. We gotta get to NTech.
What do you mean you gotta get to NTech? You just got to school.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
What even was that scene? Alright, Max and Steel apparently decide to ditch school to train with Roberto and Forge at NTech. Roberto, taking Max Steel's victories against his robots personally, leads him to send in his most advanced models into the ring to take down the inexperienced hero. Remember when I implied that Roberto probably enjoys torturing people? Yeah. While in the heat of battle, our boy epically unlocks his second tactical suit, Turbo Mode Flight.
But wait! There's more!
Roberto wasn't trying to train Max, this man was out for blood.
Hello?
How'd your phone get?
Oh, hi. Really?
Sydney asks Max out on a date despite the fact that they've barely spoken to each other on screen for more than a minute.
Here she comes.
Wow.
What's with the slow-mo? She's literally wearing the exact same clothes that Max sees her in every day.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
Look, the writing might have gotten a little wonky at times when it came to Max and Sydney's weirdly rushed relationship, but it's still really cute.
She likes you. Say something funny. Oh, if not so funny, it looks like you're trying too hard.
And isn't that all that matters in the end? No? Well, let's just move on then.
Off, now!
Max blaming Steel for his blatant lack of reads leads them to splitting up, which of course meant that Max's turbo signature wasn't being suppressed anymore.
I really like you. Like, a lot.
Really? You just met the woman. Fine, I'll let it go, but it's not just me, right? Confessing to someone that you met less than a day ago is weird.
Sounds good. Doesn't work.
With the terrifying return of a fire elemental and the disastrous arrival of the earth elemental, Max, after making sure that Sydney wouldn't be in harm's way, prepares himself for the incoming battle. Forge, Molly, and Max would reveal their biggest secrets to each other before deciding to face off against the elementals together as a team.
Go turbo! Flight!
But wait! There's more!
Turbo! Strength!
Oh my god, that was so fire!
Boy, come with us and we'll spare the other two.
While the family would end up having the upper hand against the two elementals in the beginning of a battle, their combined strength would eventually prove to be no match for the alien warriors, leading to Steel being knocked out and Max getting captured. I've been holding back on mentioning it for a while now, but the Max Steel Reboot borrows a lot of aspects from Ben 10, and I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing because I love Ben 10.
I will be.
But it's definitely a thing.
Don't insult my intelligence. We're going to be challenged for a long, long time.
After Molly, Forge, and the NTech squad come up with a plan to save Max with the help of Steel, they begin their journey to THI as quickly as possible.
That's the other problem. If Steel can't link up with Max, he runs out of juice and shuts down. Permanently.
No, you just made that up. The last time Steel reactivated himself, you seem to think that it was pretty impossible too, Forge.
You are about to overload.
Steel? That's not possible.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
Steel finally manages to make his way back to Max, leading to the duo attempting to escape the ruthless clutches of Miles Dread together as a team.
Maybe I wasn't clear. You are never leaving this place.
Ironically, leading to Max getting away this time and Steel being captured.
Who has him?
Dread. Miles Dread.
Dread? That's not possible.
Oh my god, this guy.
You're gonna find someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about, alright? Because I do not.
Miles Dread finally getting his dirty little hands on an Ultralink leads him to deciding to contact his partner in crime, Jason North, in order for them to continue pursuing their original plan. Apparently, every human in this universe generates a small amount of turbo energy, and Miles Dread's big plan is to use THI Tower to keep sucking the life out of unsuspecting victims who just happen to be wandering around outside to keep himself alive until he runs out of juice.
Dread must have been planning this for years.
Not a great plan.
So Dread is gonna squeeze the life out of every last person in Copper Canyon just to get his next turbo energy fix?
Oh wow, well when you put it like that, it sounds way more impractical.
All talk, no action.
While in the process of completely draining the turbo energy out of every civilian in Copper Canyon, Miles Dread gets his plan ruined by Tim Forge, who bursts into THI Tower in hopes of being able to help Max rescue Steel.
We don't call it transhuman industries for nothing. Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh, that's the scariest thing that I've seen all year.
Oh no.
How did this happen?
After another epic battle between Team Forge and the Elementors, Max manages to rescue Steel, leading to the duo having their long-awaited rematch against Miles Dread. Max still defeats Miles Dread after going all out against him by forcing the poor bastard to absorb an excessive amount of turbo energy, which naturally leads to both of them exploding all over Copper Canyon. I like how that's Molly's reaction to thinking that her son just blew up in front of her. Of course, Max and Steel would both survive a massive explosion and become full-time superheroes, working alongside Entech to protect the planet from future threats, whether they're born on Earth or arrive on the planet from outer space.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be binging the rest of the series on my own for sure. I don't think I actually ever got the chance to finish the show or start season 2 when it used to be airing on Cartoon Network back in the day. If this video gets enough love, then I'll consider covering the rest of the series on my channel in one long special, but for now, Max Steel is without a doubt just as goofy and epic as I remembered it.